I'm making a video about the Stealthport double top that I just received. I'm installing it on my 2020 Road King Special. So the unit comes with these two SAE leads, and one thing that wasn't clear to me was that it does not ship with a splitter. And so on the bike you have this single lead. When I got the bike, this was kind of went behind under here and then came out on top, and it was just hanging like so behind the saddlebag, and I was just using this from there, plugging in the charger, so on and so forth. The SAE, the Stealthport device that actually gonna install here. So there's a hole right on top there, right there, and so it's gonna install here, sit like that, and then I'm gonna basically snake the wires from under. Sorry about the shadows. Under here into this section, and then basically they're gonna come out from here, and then they're gonna go into a splitter, SAE splitter. So it's got one on port on one side, which is gonna go to the bike lead, and the two leads on the other side are gonna go into the Stealthport. So the Stealthport cables are gonna go in from there and come out over here where my finger's coming out, and I'm just gonna coil them and zip tie them in this space. Like I said earlier, the unit did not ship with the splitter. You can get these on Amazon. I think they're like $6-7. In my case, I emailed Stealthport and they were nice enough to send one to me. But just be informed that it's not shipped, and you can ask them, or you can just buy one yourself if you don't have one already. To mount the unit here, you need to take the screw that's provided and then snake it through here, and then it'll come on top, and then there's an acorn nut that'll go sit out up top with the washer. I did have to remove the clip from here, so I have enough space behind it to snake the screw up, or the bolt. This thing sits on top like this, and you have to push in to this part, the middle part here that I'm showing you with my thumb, and then slide it down. You could try going in without slipping the clip out, but I wasn't able to. So I think that's pretty much it. The standard cable in on my bike is coming out of here. Like I said, when I got the bike, it was just hanging loose on the behind the saddlebag, but from the factory, I am guessing, I'm not sure, but I'm this hole here, so I think that's where, if you just let me try and get this. Well, if you cover that, I cannot do it with one hand right now, then I think it'll just sit in there, and I'm guessing that's how it is, or maybe like this. But now what I'm gonna do is with this splitter, I'm gonna try and go inside here, coil things over, and then tuck them in neatly. So I'm gonna pause the video now and then show you what it looks like after I install everything. Okay, so we are all done. The Stealthport is now installed. The clip is back on. The two leads from the Stealthport are now going behind over here. I've zip tied them to the frame here. Make sure this zip tie is in place, otherwise there is a risk that these leads might actually touch the tire on the back, so you want to keep them zip tied firmly to the frame. The leads then come out here, from behind, and then this red wire that you're seeing is actually the splitter. So there's two ends of the splitter, and then I was able to tuck in it neatly over here. This is where now it connects to the lead from the bike, the factory lead. So that wire is running from up here, it's going this way and then falls back this way, and this is where it connects to the splitter, and then the splitter is coiled around and connected to the lead from the two leads from the Stealthport. That's pretty much not a difficult install. The only delay in my case was that I did not have the splitter, so I had to wait an extra day for it to arrive. I think now with these two ports, what I can do is have my battery tender connected to one of these, and then I have the USB charger battery tender, which is also from battery tender, and I can have that connected on the other side, and then actually have the helmet, the speaker system, the Cardo that I have on the helmet, or the Sienna, Cardo, whatever you have, actually charge. The helmet can be on the bike being charged all the time while the charger is connected to the bike, and be ready to go anytime. This same USB port can then also be used for charging your phone on the run. Although in my case I have a wireless charger on the handlebar already, right there. But you can use this port, the USB, for anything that you need it for. Or you can have two things charging at once, so it's very useful in that case. All right, hope this was helpful. Okay, so there it is, all buttoned up, saddlebag back on. There inside is the Stealthport. Looks like it should have come this way from the factory. I can now open this up and put my charging lead on, and there you go, and the bike is now charging. I can take the other one out and put the USB charger in there, and I have tested it, and it actually does work with and without the charger, the battery tender connected. I did face one small problem that I think Stealthport should maybe consider a redesign, minor redesign for. So what happens is, after everything is mounted, the Stealthport is actually in the way of the saddlebag cover. So it actually touches right here. It touches the saddlebag cover right here. And so you have to keep this a little loose, so there's a little bit of a gap in there, and then even with that, you have to push the cover in, and then it'll latch. If you don't push it in, then it won't latch. So you have to push it in, and then it'll latch. And I'm worried that it's actually gonna scratch the side of the saddlebag cover, but I'm okay with that for now. If it starts to bother me, then I'll see, maybe I'll put some tape or something on that side, but hopefully it's not going to be too bad. I don't like the fact that I have to keep this loose a little bit. If I tighten it up, then the gap is even less, and then I'm really worried that it's not gonna. So I can still, so now I cannot get this to close, so I have to loosen it up a little bit, and then I can push it in like that. So something for Stealthport to think about. Maybe make this piece just a little bit thinner on the front, or maybe push it back. There's some space on this side, so maybe think about not centering it, but actually pushing it back towards the back of the bike a little bit. Um, but that's it for now. Thank you. Okay, so I contacted Stealthport about the fact that the port was touching the saddlebag cover, and what they told me was that it's because I still have the strap on, and that strap connects to this bracket, and because of which the stealth port is not able to go all the way back because this bolt actually holds it. And so they gave me a couple of different options. Said I could just, there's no reason to have this strap. It's, and I did some research, and it's actually for legal reasons, for compliance. But it's, this strap provides no practical purpose, especially since I have a backrest. This is supposed to be for the passenger to grab onto something. And so either I could remove this and remove the bracket, and then the stealth port would actually sit further back onto the bike, and have then have the proper clearance from the saddlebag cover. The other option they gave me was I could put a washer here. So they said they recommended to not leave the saddlebag loose, but actually you could put in a washer here and then tighten it up, which will then give it more, a little bit more of a gap from this. I have decided to remove the strap and the bracket. I was actually always curious why the strap is there and looking for a reason to remove it, and now I do. So I'm going to remove this strap and the bracket, and then push this all the way back. But just an option for you to consider. If you don't want to do that, then go with the washer. Okay, so I have now removed the strap and the bracket and pushed the stealth port all the way back to the bike. For an additional little bit of gap, I pushed the front of the stealth port further back as far as it would go. And so you can see there's a little bit more gap on this side. And so it's got more of a gap from the saddlebag cover on the front. The saddlebag is now fully tight as far as I can go, and I'm now easily able to close it and latch it, no problem. Everything looks nice.